Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Manifesting Money. We are here to do a quick closeout for February. I realize it is a week into March and we haven't done this yet, so I just want to do this so I don't get myself confused. So in this video, we're just going to go over my progress that I've made in savings and debt. We're going to cash condense in my prop money sinking funds and go from there. So let's get into it. All right. So the first thing I do every month is I like to go through and total up all of my different categories just to see where I'm at. Y'all, the spending, you'll see in a minute and you will understand the depth of that sigh. So unfortunately, we've got a lot of red numbers here. Red numbers mean I was over budget, except in savings and debt. Debt, if it's red, it means I did not save as much as I wanted to, and I did not pay off as much debt as I wanted to. So these numbers are opposite, but the rest of these, yeah, red. All of those were over budget. Some of them I didn't plan on spending anything in my health category and did. Yeah, so this was such a wake-up call, and you'll see in a couple different pages what I mean. And my word going forward, oh, help me, I will do better. So I did have a jump in my credit score. So that was exciting to see, mostly because of the home equity line of credit helped my credit utilization go way down. So that bumped my score up. So that was good to see. And then this is where I could really see the consequences of my actions. So every month I keep track of how many extra payments I make and then what the balance is at the end of the month. I do some fancy math down here. So far, and you maybe notice, I'm not going to keep track of my student loans in this debt payment progress. For one, I am on income-based repayment right now, so I don't pay anything and it's accruing interest a little bit at a time. I would rather it not, but it is. And with the state of the things, I don't know what's going to happen with student loans. So as long as it's on an income-based repayment plan and I'm not currently paying on it, I'm not counting that against myself because I really want to, I'm not trying to skew my numbers, but I do want to see progress. And that's not something that I'm worrying about right now. So I took it off there. It's not part of my totals anymore. So I have paid off 0.2% of my total debt. That's nothing. It's not even a whole percentage. And then I started for March. I've already made some extra payments on that credit card. Here is my chart. Debt going down. Is it though? Just a tiny bit. I wanted more than that. This was where I was like, you got to be. So I ended up paying an extra almost $1,000 on my Capital One credit card for the balance to actually go up. So at the end of January, I owed $353. At the end of February, I owed $464. That's a problem to pay this much money and have that balance go up. I was cooked. So we're making progress. We already have this almost completely paid off. Tax return came through, and I'm definitely putting it towards that and setting that aside. As far as everything else, the HELOC and my mortgage, I just made my standard payments on. Investments are going up. That's exciting to see. So this includes my Fidelity account and my 401k through work. So that jumped up almost $300, which is great. I think I have my 401k on like a 3 or 4% match. So every paycheck some goes in, but I've been trying to invest on my own in stocks and bonds and stuff like that. So hopefully this will keep going up and up and up. That will be fantastic. I would love to have to change this page out before I get to the 2-year mark, because that means I will have invested and made almost $3,000. So we'll see how that goes, but that's exciting to see. this is where we're going to start doing our numbers for our sinking funds. So I'm going to go through my envelopes and just total up what I've got. Before we do that, though, I'm going to reconcile the kids' allowances. One of the children got themselves a little payout. Great job, child. So I need to make myself some change real quick. 3, 4, and this is just prop money that I use just to help myself visualize, keep track of what's going on. So she had $28 for the month, busted her little hiney. So that leaves me with $42. I'm going to convert it to a 20. And I think what I'm going to do is put this towards my 100 envelope challenge. So we're going to just set that aside for now. And when we come back to that, we will. The other thing that I noticed is that I had $2 in interest. Hey, money is money. $2 in interest from my high yield savings account for where I keep my sinking funds. So I'm also going to put that towards the 100 envelope challenge. So let's do that. Let's do that now. So we are going to switch to that page here. Okay, so this is my 100 envelope challenge. We're going to do them 2 separate ways. So I've got my little square that I've already made here because it's easier that way. So we're going to do $2 from the interest, and then we're going to do $42 from Chores Extra. I'll grab this guy. Find 42. Whee! Oh my goodness, it doesn't want to go in. Oh, it's a tight fit. Oh. Okay, and then we'll take the 2 and put that here. Okay. $42 and 2. Look at it go. I'm just so curious to see how long it's going to take me to fill that in. So then while we're here, we're just going to go ahead and do up the total. Today is the 7th today. Put 44 in there. That brings us to 55 for the month so far. We're going to go back. Okay, and then this is where I just keep track of my totals of everything to match what I should have into what I actually have in that savings account. So we're going to do some condensing and some counting. So personal spending, this is all variable stuff. We deal with that with the paycheck. And then we'll get started here. So water should have 20. 100. Condense first, then count. That makes sense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 25. There's 20. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so 150, 70, 81. Yep. In a moment that I was like, is that too much? Nope, because that one hasn't been paid yet. That's the next one up. All right. 5, 10, 1, 5, 10, 50. So here we've got 10 and 20. So we've got 60, 50, 70, 81. That's third quarter, fourth quarter. 40, 55, 6, 7, 8, 58. I have to say though, it is so weird to log onto my bank account and see money set aside for savings. It's so nice. It's just such a strange thing. I've always, this is just, budgeting has just been such a life changer for me. Like, it's just never used to be like this. And now the fact that it is just blows my mind. Like, I have money set aside for car maintenance. If something should go wrong with the car, what? So 156 here. So I'm going to swap out this 156. Like previously, when I would have car issues, I would just, I mean, I've been always so fortunate. I'm so blessed because I always say I always fall up. Like, it always, car stuff happens when I have a little extra money, or I just got like birthday money or something like that. So I've been so lucky in that way, but it's just nice to know that I'm not relying on the universe in that way. Like, I'm helping her support me so that she doesn't have to work so hard when I do fall. So we have $40 in transportation, which is my car registration. They didn't have a label that said car registration, so we're calling it transportation. All right, back to school. We have 50, 75, 6, 7, 8, 9, 79. Okay. Birthday. I've decided this is going to be like birthday and gifts for other people's birthdays. So what have we here? We've got 50, 20, 40, 50, 60. So we're just going to that. The nice thing about using prop money is that I can do this from the comfort of my home, and I don't have to run out to the bank with all of my bills to be like, hey, can you help make these bills into smaller bills, please? Which I have terrible anxiety, so it's very helpful for me to not have to go in people. I think if I had to go people, I would not budget as well as I do because I would be too anxious all the time. So here we have, this is Halloween. What have we got here, folks? We got 50, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 56. So, do 50. You better believe I'm going to put all this away when I'm done. All right, 56 for Halloween. Awesome. Okay. And then I don't have anything for the emergency fund or the living room yet. But my goal is to put some aside once tax refund comes. I'm going to pad up my emergency fund, pad up some of these bigger sinking funds, and pay debt. Okay, so let's see where we're at. Okay, 786, and I think that it was 786 and some change, so we are on. Beautiful. Okay. You love to see it. Okay, well, there we are with our sinking funds. I have really enjoyed my prop money. I feel like it has helped give me a little bit of dopamine boost, and I definitely look forward to condensing my bills, getting it out. It does add a step, but the nice thing about it being digital is that I don't have to do it immediately, like I can do it when I get to it. I do check in on my budget every morning. We sit down and we just check off things that have cleared through and stuff like that, and then I will go through and pull out any of my flexible spending that I've done. But I do enjoy this little bit of prop money here. It makes me feel fancy. And I do like to tell myself that it's not fake money. It represents very real money. Not this part actually, but it represents real money, and that's what we're doing here. So that is the end of my my February closeout. I do have, I have not gone over my February reflections yet, where I like to look at like the successes and things that I had for the month. I will do that in just a little while. I have it to type in a journal style form, and I can't do that on camera because I forget everything I've ever known about typing on a keyboard when someone's watching. So I am so glad that you're here. I hope you guys are having a good March so far. Let me know how your February went, what some of your savings goals are. If you're getting a tax refund, what's your plan? Like, I'm just so curious because these windfalls, they don't happen very often. And in the past, I would just like spend and spend and spend and spend, spend a little bit here, a little bit there, treat myself. And then all of a sudden I'm like, where'd all that money go? What happened? What happened? So I'm very much looking forward to having a plan. So thank you so much for being here, and we'll see you soon for our first paycheck in March. Take care. Bye.